I was never the kind of man to make a scene. So when my wife Sana looked at me across the dinner table that evening and said, "Sometimes I feel like I just want you to disappear," something inside me broke quietly, completely. I didn't argue or plead. I simply stood up, calm as ever, and walked out of the home we had built from scratch. I left my keys on the counter, grabbed an old duffel bag, and took only my wallet. No goodbyes, no anger, just the final hush of an ending. For 10 years, I had given every part of myself trying to make her happy, long shifts, abandoned dreams, always putting her first. And I ignored the signs, the cold silences, the fading warmth. The way her eyes no longer lit up when I entered the room. Her words that night were the last blow. She didn't love me anymore. Maybe she expected me to fight or break down, but I was finished. She wished I would disappear, so I did. I moved far away, across the country, leaving everything behind. I changed my name and found work as a carpenter, something I once loved, but had set aside for the job she wanted me to keep. I chose a simple life in a small town where no one knew who I had been. For the first time in years, I could breathe. I didn't contact anyone, not friends, not family. I let myself fade from my old world. Over time, I built something new. I bought a small cabin near the woods and started making handmade furniture. Slowly, people respected me for who I was now: quiet, skilled, steady. No longer a husband, no longer a disappointment. Just a man who worked with his hands. 7 years passed. I told myself I didn't think about Sana, that I didn't care where she was or who she was with. Maybe she married the man I had suspected before I left. Then one day, she walked into my workshop. Her expensive clothes were wrinkled from travel. Her face older, her eyes heavy with a deeper kind of exhaustion. When she saw me, she froze. "So did I, Armin?" She whispered my old name, one I hadn't heard in years. "You're alive." I didn't move, my arms folded, heart pounding. She broke into violent sobs, collapsing to her knees on the wooden floor. "I'm sorry," she cried. "I searched for you for years. I thought you were dead. I filed reports, did therapy, ruined everything trying to find you." Her voice cracked. I didn't mean it. I was angry, bitter. "I never thought you'd actually leave," I finally spoke. Calm and steady, "but I left. And I didn't come back." Her eyes begged me to feel something. "Please, just hear me out. Let me explain. Let me fix this." I took a slow breath. "There's nothing to fix. You told me to disappear. So I did." I wasn't angry. I had already healed alone. In motel rooms, on silent forest paths. In places unfamiliar and quiet. Her pain was beginning now. But it wasn't mine to carry anymore. She eventually stood, wiping her trembling face. "Do you hate me?" she asked. I paused. "No, I just don't feel anything anymore." She nodded, shattered, then walked to the door and left just as I once had. I watched her go. She wasn't the woman I remembered. Just a stranger with a ghost in her eyes. When the door closed behind her, I turned back to my workbench, picked up a chisel and kept carving.